The character that we're looking at today had a face reveal that broke the KH community before we even got to the confusing stuff, and like most of the villains in the series, he just won't go away. The character of Pure Darkness who showed the world that Haley Joel Osment could actually sound menacing, and also he was one of the 20 swords running around. But today, we're looking at the villain Vanitas.
What do you make of Vanitas?
He ain't gonna cut it. Somebody's gotta brick that loser in.
Not here, you won't. I have to keep up appearances.
I know that. He just needs a little incentive to leave home.
To start out, Vanitas has appeared only in 2 games as of now, but will appear in Kingdom Hearts 3 as he has shown in the recent KH3 trailer. Vanitas' first appearance was in Birth by Sleep, where he uncomfortably got ripped out of my boy Ventus by a man named Xehanort, the main antagonist of the series, who was trying to create the Keyblade, which would summon the Kingdom Hearts, and turns out that if you're a being of Pure Darkness, being Vanitas, and one of Pure Light, being Ventus, then voila, the Keyblade forms. But Ventus became weak after the operation, and so he almost died, so they couldn't complete the process. So then Xehanort gave Ventus over to another man named Ericus until he could recover so that they could complete the process. Over time he recovered, and soon Vanitas began to antagonize Ventus and tempted him into fighting him, to which Vanitas does this to Aqua as well, another Keyblade wielder that he saw as a backup in case of Ventus failed. Soon enough, all of them met in the Keyblade graveyard, where Vanitas faced off against Aqua and Ventus and gets the reveal that the enemies, the unversed, in the game were spawns off of the darkness and the imbalance that Vanitas' existence brought. And we also see that he also looks like our lovable main character Sora, because when Ventus' heart became weak, and after Vanitas' creation, his heart sought shelter in Sora's heart, which Vanitas' face indirectly took form as Sora's face, which originally he had no face. Got it? Got it. Good. Soon enough, Vanitas and Ventus face off, forming the Keyblade, and the two becoming one, until Ventus' mind fought back and destroyed Vanitas and the Keyblade, leaving Ventus in a coma and Vanitas' body destroyed. He also appears in a sort of vision to Sora in Dreamed Up Distance. But like all the bad guys, and also seemingly good guys, Vanitas is back at it again in Kingdom Hearts 3 as most likely one of the 13 darknesses that will reforge the Keyblade again. Beyond that, he does have a partial hidden boss battle in Birth by Sleep, being called the Vanitas Remnant. But, like previously stated, he is voiced by the lovable Haley Joel Osment in English, and Miyu Irino in Japanese, being also the same voice actor as Sora 2. And that is it for his background. Vanitas is basically an edgelord, dark, gloomy, prideful, dedicated, loyal, and tries to antagonize anyone that he can, such as Aqua each time he sees her, all stemming from him being a being of pure darkness, and also the torture most likely brought on by his master Xehanort. Yet, while loyal to Xehanort, he does have desires to kill Ventus, even though he knows it's against Xehanort's order, making Ventus also very cold. He was also a meanie and broke a toy sword. His pride really shows through when he states that he believes that he is the better and stronger half of Ventus' heart. And while stemming with the power of darkness, he is calm and collected throughout the game, only losing it in the final battle when finally being defeated. Being that he is brimming with the power of edginess, he also takes a hold of a similar design to that of Riku's dark form, except this time being pure red and black, and wearing a helmet with a large black visor and silver trimming. He also has the same battle stance as Riku. But from his birth, he also didn't have a fully formed face until later on when it transformed into Sora's face, but this time with black hair and yellow eyes. His remnant also has the same design except with a color palette of white and black, and an unversed symbol on his helmet. We also see that he is wearing one of the organization's coat in the latest trailer. While he himself believes that he is very powerful, we really do see it when it comes to his fighting style and all of his abilities. He does have the ability to wield a Keyblade being named Void Gear, and is remnant using a monochrome version of it. And for a short time he does wield the Keyblade that increases his range a lot, and in general his strength. As stated before, one of the biggest abilities he does have is the ability to summon and control the unversed. As for his combative nature, a large portion of his strength comes from using the dark magic that he wields. His style is also formed around being very aggressive with many of his moves. He has some extremely powerful moves, and it can be seen with how quick and agile he is, being able to summon and ride waves of Keyblades, teleporting, jumping and landing from very high places. He is also very well versed in magic, not just dark magic. Also being able to combine the two, shooting dart balls of energy, summoning pillars of ice from the ground, bombarding people with fireballs, and shooting dark lightning bolts, and even having a shot-lock named Dark Cannon, summoning 3 crystals that shoot a beam of dark energy. He is also able to combine this magic with physical attacks, and also being able to counterattack by using teleportation to do so. With this, he contains seemingly endless vitality, never tiring even after fighting against strong enemies such as Aqua or Ventus, being able to get right back up after the battles. He can easily travel between worlds by surrounding himself in darkness too, and also uses the corridor of darkness to usually do this. Vanitas does have a D-Link, but only for Ventus in his final battle when fighting against Vanitas, allowing him to use some of his attacks such as Dark Splicer and Dark Spiral, and also allowing him to fly. His Shotlock turns into a light version of Vanitas' Shotlock Dark Cannon, and the final attack surrounds Ventus with a crystallized light and finishes him with large slashes, being called Last Word, which is the only way to actually beat Vanitas in this battle. But for Vanitas' Remnant, it's actually stronger than Vanitas most likely, having a little health, but it's hard to damage him, and has a plethora of abilities from homing fireballs to healing himself if you also heal yourself, along with some of the abilities from regular Vanitas such as Spiral Slash. As a villain though, he is pretty formidable, and some would say almost tragic because of his mind being almost twisted by Xehanort. And I can see this, but damn, all these Soras just keep popping up like daisies. And now we even have an evil Sora. Either way, he's pretty cool. I like him for the most part, based off, largely I'd say, his design, especially his Remnant design. I love him as some black and white. Otherwise, what do you all think of the edgelord himself, Vanitas? Do you love him, hate him, or just don't care? Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace out.